Hello and welcome to the 15th episode of Renaissance Weekly. So glad you could join us. For those who don't know what Renaissance Club is, it's a non-profit rehabilitation clubhouse for adults with mental illness. We're your co-anchors, I'm Michael Closius and Michael D'Annunzio.
Hello, Mike. What do we have on the show today?
I'm glad you asked. Today on the show, we have your interview with Red Club member George DeZazzo, as well as a continuing interview with Bob Ethier. But first, we got a weather report from our very own weatherman, Walter Villigard. Walter, let's go with the weather.
Thanks, Mike. This week's forecast is Monday, mostly sunny, high of 54, low of 32. Tuesday, scattered PM showers, high of 51, low of 37. Wednesday, scattered showers, high of 55, low of 41. Thursday, scattered AM showers, high of 45, low of 27. Friday, partly cloudy, high of 41, low of 25. Now back.
Thank you, Walter. Today is International Polar Bear Day.
Oh, that's why these things are here. I was wondering why they were here.
International Polar Bear Day is an annual event celebrated every February 27th to raise awareness about the conservation status of polar bear. Polar Bear Day celebrates one of nature's most impressive hunters and the world's largest carnivore. Bet you didn't know that, did you?
No.
When fully grown, polar bears can span an enormous 9 feet in height.
Whoa.
International Polar Bear Day is organized by Polar Bear International to raise awareness about the impact of global warming and reduced sea ice on polar bear populations. The day encourages people to find ways to reduce their carbon output, such as by turning down their thermostat or driving less. The day has also been used to encourage installation of energy-efficient insulation in houses. Many zoos use this day to educate about polar bear conservation and to encourage visitation to polar bear exhibits. In fact, Jack Shapiro, the Deputy Climate Campaign Manager under American President Barack Obama, used the day to argue for the need for congressional action on the issue of climate change. The University of Saskatchewan announced in 2014 that it would be turning its thermostats up 2 degrees in the summer and down 2 degrees in winter to honor the International Polar Bear Day. The decision is expected to reduce the university's carbon emissions by 2,000 tons and save the university over $200,000 per year. I have no idea how that works, but apparently that's the case.
That's interesting. Not only did I don't know if the camera can pick it, but I got a picture of a polar bear from the Vizima science trip that we have on. It's pretty interesting. So that's kind of what they it looks similar to the stuffed animals that we have there. So, pretty cool, huh? So today is also National, it's Strawberry Day apparently. Just Strawberry Day, folks. Strawberry Day was created to celebrate those little red fruits bursting with sweet perfection. A gift from Chile in the 1700s, garden strawberry plants made their way to North America in the 1750s. The plant is fairly easy to grow and doesn't seem adverse to flourish anywhere in the world. If you like to grow your own homegrown strawberries this summer, make sure your plant has full sun and sandy soil, and your dogs don't eat off the berries before you pick a few. That's kind of funny. If fresh strawberries aren't their best in your grocery store, don't forget that many accessible forms you can always get your hands on. Frozen and dried strawberries can be in a pinch if you create it in the kitchen. Strawberry preserves, strawberry ice cream, strawberry yogurt, strawberry smoothies, strawberry milkshakes. Although we're getting into March now, so it's all about the mint shakes there because it's green. But if you're really one of them lucky folks who stumble across a great fresh strawberries, you can whip up strawberry pie, shortcake, or even a simple dish of strawberries and cream. Or just dip them in sugar. That's what I do. Dip them in sugar. So, to go out this day on Monday, the 27th, just go out and get some strawberries and enjoy some fruit.
Support your local farmers.
Yeah.
And we wish you a very nice day. Strawberry fields forever.
It is February 27th, and if you have a birthday today, you celebrate with the likes of Joanne Woodward, famous for her role in Three Faces of Eve, the first movie about schizophrenia. She turns 87 today. Danny Antonucci, creator of the Cartoon Network show Ed, Edd and Eddy, turns 60. Adrian Smith, that's how I would say that name. Maybe pronounced the other way, but I'm going to say Adrian. Writer and guitar, the heavy metal band Iron Maiden, turns 60. Timothy Spall, best known for his portrayal of Peter Pettigrew, a.k.a. Wormtail in the Harry Potter movies, and the Evil Queen's loyal henchman, Nathaniel Enchanted, turned 60. He's been in a lot of other things, too.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Smith, cartoonist of the series Bone, turns 57. James Worthy, Big Game James, former player of the Los Angeles Lakers, now their assistant coach, turns 56. Adam Baldwin, best known as John Casey and Chuck and Jane Cobb in Firefly and Serenity. He turns 55.
And no relation to the Baldwin
Yeah, I was
brothers.
going to say that. He did spelled the same, so no.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Logue,
Mm-hmm.
best known as the father Sean Finity in Grounded for Life, and now on as Detective Harvey Bullock in Gotham, which is a great show. Watch that. He turns 51. Sarah Blakely, the founder and creator of Spanx, people, turns 46. Chili of TLC turns 46. Yeah, she's the C of TLC.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Sarah Chili, you know. Borat, people. Borat. Hey! I'm not even going to pronounce his last name, people. You know who he is. The fictional character created by Sacha Baron Cohen. He turns 45 today. James Briggs, keyboardist and saxophonist of the Acrobats, turns 39. Chelsea Clinton, daughter of former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, turns 37. Jeez, wow.
Yeah.
Josh Groban, multi-platinum singer-songwriter who's best known for You Raise Me Up, turns 36. Dame Elizabeth Taylor, best known for her National Velvet, Cleopatra, and Who I'm Afraid of the Virginia Woolf, who died in 2011, folks. Would have been 85 today. John Steinbeck, author of The Grapes of Last, East of Eden, and of Mice of Men, which is a fantastic book if you've not read it, read it, who died in 1965. Would have been 115 today. And finally,
1916.
Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, American poet and educator who may have been remembered for writing Paul Revere's Ride, who died in 1882. Would have been 210 today, folks. So, a lot of different birthdays today. So, speaking about today, that leads us into our next topic on this date in history with Michael Closing. Mike?
Thanks, Mike. On this day in history, in 1782, the American Revolutionary War, the House of Commons of Great Britain votes against further war in America. In 1813, the first federal vaccination legislation is enacted. Also in 1813, U.S. Congress authorizes use of steamboats to transport mail. In 1827, the first Mardi Gras celebration is held in New Orleans. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln makes a speech at Cooper Union in the city of New York that is largely responsible for his election to the presidency. In 1872, Charlotte Ray, the first black woman lawyer in the United States, graduates from Howard University.
Wow.
In 1874, baseball is first played in England at Lord Crickett's ground. In 1877, the U.S. Electoral College declares Rutherford B. Hayes winner of the presidential election by just one vote.
Wow. See?
In
Definitely vote, people.
yeah.
Makes a difference.
In 1951, the 22nd Amendment to the United States Constitution limiting presidents to 2 terms is ratified. In 1964, the government of Italy asks for help to keep the Leaning Tower of Pisa from toppling over.
Huh.
In 1974, People magazine begins sales. In 1981, Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder record Ebony and Ivory.
Ebony and Ivory. I don't know the rest.
In 1992, Tiger Woods, at age 16, becomes the youngest PGA golfer in 35 years. In 1998, Britain's House of Lords agrees to end 1,000 years of male precedence by giving a monarch's firstborn daughter the same claim to the throne as any firstborn son.
Wow.
And finally, in 2013, Pope Benedict XVI presents his farewell address to Vatican City.
I was not aware of those dates in history. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. Mike, here at Renaissance Club, we do a lot of work, but we also combine work and pleasure, which is where our social events come into play. Last week, we played Monopoly and PS4.
Yeah. So now it's time for my interview with George Zazaza. Yourself.
Well, I was born in Boston. I've lived in Lowell for the last 40-something years.
Wow. You do anything for fun?
I used to bowl, play darts, I play pool. I like to cook. I like my cats.
Cat person. Yeah, I'm a cat person too. So, how long have you been a member here at the Renaissance Club?
Since 2003.
2003, so that would
14
be
years.
14 years now. Wow, 14 years. That's a long time to come here. Way back then, how did you find out about Clubhouse?
I had a case manager back from Solomon Mental Health Center.
Case management, and what did they do? They recommended it?
Yeah, they bring me here. I got a tour from, I can't think of her name, but I got a tour. Me and Arlene did I submitted my paperwork to the clubhouse, and within a week I was a member.
Nice, nice. And you've been coming ever since, huh?
Yeah.
So what do you tend to do here at the Renaissance Club when you're here?
I like to cook. I help clean. I do the snack bar. Whatever I feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of people I've interviewed. They tend to do a lot of different activities. They don't just focus on one thing. So it kind of shows that they have different kinds of talents here at the club. So that's fantastic. I know you participate in softball. That's actually our softball coach. George
Yeah.
teaches our during so he's our head coach. What other things do you do besides that? Like that you've done here? What you say you do here besides the stuff that you
Well,
mentioned?
I DJ'd for about 4 years.
DJ.
I used decorate the kitchen, and my legs got a little out of whack, and I couldn't do it no more. And so once in a while I'll help out if I can.
Yeah. So you just like doing things that you enjoy doing, pretty much. How would you say the Renaissance Club has helped you in your recovery?
Well, I used to isolate a lot. I used to stay home a lot because I suffer from depression and anxiety. My anxiety gets the best of me sometimes. I used to get sick to my stomach because of my anxiety used to get so bad. But gradually when I started coming to the club, I met a lot of people, made some good friends. I've been, 14 years. I've met a lot of people in the last 14 years. I can tell you, my best memory about the clubhouse is going to Minnesota with the club to visit another clubhouse. I think it was another clubhouse that we did, and I think the most funnest thing we did was Mall of America.
Yeah, I remember we used to do different kinds. We've been to Minnesota. I know another member has been to Finland to see a place. We used to go to a lot of different places. I went to the one that they had in Framingham, which is just in this state only, but it was still experience that you want to check out. Check out your local clubhouses. There are ones all over the world. There's 36 of them in Massachusetts alone. And there's clubhouses in Europe, Asia. Just look it up. You can find out clubhouses anywhere. Did you meet your wife here?
No, actually, I met her I met her at Market Street Pub.
Market Street Pub, huh? But she is a member here too.
Yeah.
George is married, a member here.
Been married 8 years.
8 years, so that's fantastic. A lot of love and stuff for fun here. In your own words, how would you describe Clubhouse to someone that's never been here?
In my own words, it's a place to get away from the isolation. If you isolate a lot, if you come to the clubhouse, you can do whatever you need to do in your own recovery. You're not forced to do anything. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, and that's that word again. I think I've heard that from almost all the members. It's isolation. I hear that a lot. It does definitely help out with isolation. It gets you out of your funk. A lot of people who you haven't worked in for a long time, and if you need a place to just come and get out of it, just to get yourself back into the habit of doing stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of work, I work every year. Been doing it for the last 15 years for the Salvation Army.
Yeah,
Delaware.
and you got that through the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got a couple other jobs through the club too.
Yeah.
We really work hard on the club. So we're at our final question of the night, which is my favorite question. I love this question. And it's just, if Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness Monster, or Bigfoot had a fight, who do you think would win and why?
Well, let's see. I remember the old days of King Kong versus Godzilla, and I think Godzilla beat King Kong. I'm not sure. I don't remember how that ended, but I think Godzilla would win.
Godzilla. So that's another for Godzilla. That brings Godzilla's total to 7 now. King Kong has 3. Loch Ness Monster has 5, and Bigfoot still only has only one person that wants him to thinks that he could win. We're going to simulate this eventually, folks. I promise you that. I keep saying that we're going to simulate this. We are going to simulate it somehow and give you the actual results and tell who the winner is eventually. So thank you for having me on the show. So, if you or someone you know lives in the little area, is diagnosed with a mental illness, and is over 18 years old, come on by the Renaissance Club, which is located at 176 Walker Street on the second floor, or call us at 978-454-7944 and ask to speak to Elaine or Betty. Remember, Clubhouse works. It's really fantastic to see how Clubhouse have helped out so many people. So now it's my time for my continuation of my interview with Bob Ethier and his collection. I think we're doing Hunger Games this time. So. Hey, and welcome back. We got Bob Ethier with us once again to talk about his continuing collection that he has. Today, we have the magnificent, wonderful series of the Hunger Games. And Bob's going to talk with us about his Hunger Games collection. So, Bob, why don't you start off here with what you got?
Alright, you gotta start off with the original books. Like, the Hunger Games, it's mostly like a paperback. But the hardcover started with Catching Fire and Mockingjay. And I also have collections of the books all in paperback. This is the Scholastic Collection one, for people who want to see who are seeing the movies of the Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
This is the traditional Hunger Games paperbacks. So with the all this and all that. And this is a special edition. It has to do with, it's like almost like foil. A foil collection, a golden foil collection, with all the things to go with it. And I also got 2 books to go from the movie. You got the tribute guide. With all of the
people that volunteered?
Yeah, people volunteered and all that.
Interesting, that's fantastic.
And we have the World of the Hunger Games in this book.
World of the Hunger Games. World of the Hunger Games, folks. There's so many things in this movie. And book series, that's for sure.
And now, I have them both on Blu-ray and DVD. This is the Hunger Games on Blu-ray. Catching Fire on Blu-ray. Mockingjay on Blu-ray.
1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Because they turned the last book into 2 movies.
Yeah, I know. And the Blu-ray collection.
Blu-ray collection DVD, so it's all 4 in 1, right?
Yeah. And then you have the regular DVD of the Hunger Games.
Same thing, basically. Same one, regular DVD, Mockingjay and Hunger Games too.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. What are these?
These are my lanyards. Like when I went to the marathons and all that.
Oh yeah, you were telling. I remember hearing about that in the previous videos. These are pretty fantastic. And you got one for each movie?
One for each marathon.
Each marathon.
With the double feature, the triple feature, and the Mockingjay double feature.
Behind the scenes, the making of the Hunger Games movies.
Yeah.
Some interesting stuff here, folks. The official illustrated movie. Designing the inner arena. Pretty cool, guys. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. So.
And right here is all my audio stuff. These are the sound. They are the soundtracks and original scores of the Hunger Games.
And you get 2 copies of each, or are they different?
They're different.
This is part 1. This is part 2. Okay.
No, this is
Part 1, part 2.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah.
Yeah, one is music soundtrack and one is the original score. And these are my 2 audiobooks, right here and right here.
And this is what is this? The audio of the movies.
The audio of the books.
Oh, so somebody reads it to you.
No, You never heard of an audiobook before?
Refresh my memory. What is it?
You know, the book, someone reads the book and records it on a cassette or disc, audio cassette or disc.
Oh.
And-
Okay, so yeah, similar to what I said.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Someone reads the story and all that.
You gotta like, you can have like Andy Rooney or something like that read the book to you or something like that, right?
Yeah, the
Like somebody,
one who,
like, if Andy Rooney was gonna read this book or something, he'd be like, when I wake up, the other side of the bed is cold.
oh,
My fingers stretch out, seeking crim's warm, but finding only the rough canvas covers. Do you ever wonder why they do? But that'd be something like that, right?
yeah,
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks. It's my bad attempt at Andy Rooney.
yeah, but the narrator of the audiobooks is Carolyn McCormick.
Carolyn McCormick. Ah, I know that name. She's from. I don't know where she's from, but I know that name. I think I've heard of her. So I'm assuming you've watched all the movies,
Yep,
read all the books,
yep,
listened to the music.
yep,
What would you say? I'm assuming you're a big fan.
yes.
Yeah, and for somebody that's never read these books, how would you say these books are?
You go, sometimes they're not in the library because sometimes it's being in the library. The best thing to do is to go to Barnes & Noble or a good bookstore and see if they have them.
Yeah.
But this is the first book I got from there. And after I saw the movie, I both got Catching Fire and Mockingjay, and then I started this collection.
Yeah. I've actually read the books before seeing the movies. I really enjoyed The Hunger Games and Catching Fire as book formats. And although I wasn't a big fan of the Mockingjay, that's just my personal opinion. I know Bob will yell at me for that one, but I did not care for this one as much as I liked that one. I thought this one went too fast. I thought it, it quickly ended.
Yeah,
the
and
story.
sometimes the book is different than the movie.
Yeah. It just kind of left things open. Like she could have gone. This could have been 2 books, maybe, or and she could have gone more. So it is what it is. It's a good book series. The movies were great. The actresses and actresses are on this. Let's see. We got
Jennifer Lawrence,
Jennifer
Josh
Lawrence.
Hutcherson,
Yep.
Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Banks, and Julianne Moore was in Mockingjay, Part 1 and 2. Philip Seymour Hoffman was in Catching Fire and Mockingjay, Part 1 and 2. Donald Sutherland, President, as President Snow.
Mm.
And you got,
Ian Helmsworth, which is Chris Helmsworth's brother, right?
yep,
That's Thor. It's Thor's brother. That's what people know him for. Not in real life. It's different. He's not Loki. He's just the guy who plays Thor, his brother. And so yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. She's a fantastic actress. I've seen her in other things besides this. She's fantastic. Well, this is a great collection, Bob. I really appreciate you bringing it out. I look forward to finishing up this collection with you. It's been a great to see all this stuff, and it just shows people, like at the clubhouse. We do a lot of different things here. We actually did a Hunger Games movie marathon, which was when you bring all this in, and we had an all-day marathon with all the 4 movies, and we made popcorn and candy
and pizza and subs.
yeah, we did it all. We made it all done up really nice, and you were in charge of that. So, fantastic movie series, and we look forward to hearing more. And I heard that you're going to be doing an episode of Bob and Bob soon.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the most famous chef in Renaissance Club history. Bob McBob is returning. We're going to do a trailer, and you're going to have to tune in to find out when Bob McBob returns. So make sure you do that, and you'll see the trailer. So I'm going to bring it back to the studio, Bob, because we're running out of time. So thank you again for bringing this lovely collection. Bob recommends Hunger Games, and I also recommend Hunger Games. If you've not read the books, read the books. If you've not seen the movies, go see the movies. Thanks, Bob. Nice to see you again.
Wow, that's some collection he has. That Katniss Everdeen must really speak to him, huh, Mike?
Yeah. Tribute, whatever it's called there. I don't even know. So, Mike, What did the nut say when he sneezed?
I don't know, Mike. What did the nut say when it sneezed?
Cashew.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Michael Closey.
Well, Michael Zanunzio.
Thanks again for joining us at Renaissance Weekly. Remember, folks, life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow.
Polar bear attack! That was brought to you by Clorox Disinfectant Wipes.
Good thing that's not one of the birthdays you have to read.
Don't pause it. Averse to flourish anywhere in the. Ooh, yeah. Adverse to.
Touch it.
Don't.
Get your hand out of there.
Go.
These are all gonna be perfect.